How's it going, Norman Raymond? Yeah, the turkeys came out here. I threw some feed out about an hour ago, and they were mowing down. And now everybody's all relaxing and chilling. The, if anybody shows up, then you can connect with everybody. Then there's one bird. I'm going to move this camera just for a second. He likes it in the hawthorn tree. You betcha. Yeah, my wife, she had to leave today and go to Seattle. She's taking one of her clients over there, and she has to have one of her clients has to have heart surgery tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, or I think 7:30 or 8. Anyway, hey Danny, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by, Danny. So yeah, she won't be back until Tuesday, so it's just me and the dogs. I'm doing all right, Danny. Thanks for asking. How about you, brother? You're working hard, ain't you? Man, it would actually be an excellent day to go fishing, but the wife left, and I want to get a bunch of chores done and maybe go fishing on Monday. I don't really like going fishing on the weekends too much because there's just so many people out. Hey, Matthew and Mommy. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. We're on turkey watch today. I was going to throw some peanut shells and sunflower seeds out for the um, blue jays and squirrels and get them going, but if the turkeys are out here when I do that, they just swallow those peanuts right up whole, and I don't even think they digest them. Hey, Lady Sky. Let's get you. Get you wrenched up so you guys can all connect. I'm good. Thanks for asking, Lady Sky. Big movie fan, what's up? Yeah, we're just watching turkeys today. These are all gobblers out here, toms. Yes, you guys feel free to, you guys can post your links. You can drop links on any of your latest videos or any of that stuff. This channel is all about sharing, growing. That's why I wrench everybody. Although I did make a mistake. You fished 2 days at sea. Oh, nice. So yeah, I kind of got to be a little careful now. I wrenched a guy, and it turned out to be a 14-year-old kid. Really nice kid, and didn't do anything strange or anything. But I had to take the wrench away from him. I told him, if you want to stop in the middle of the day and drop a comment, that's okay. But if I'm streaming at night, you're gonna be timed out off the channel at night. Sometimes it can be a different crowd. I'm good. How are you, Mexico? Well, he wanted his spot. Turkeys are really mean to each other, especially the gobblers, toms. Yeah, I'll tell you what, you guys definitely want to sub up and follow Danny the Stinger Manny. He's has helped my channel quadruple in growth. He's just been a tremendous support to my channel, and he's introduced me to some people, and he's just been nothing but positive energy. And I appreciate you so much, Danny. Big movie fan, you've been awesome too when you come on my channel. You're and I've been on other channels when you posted my channel link, and because I can't do that. I don't know how. On my phone I've tried and tried and just can't do it. Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna oh, that's okay, Danny. I know you're a busy man, and when you got some time off, man, you're gonna want to spend it doing something you want to do, relaxing, and I'm sure you just like taking a break from YouTube occasionally. I know I do. But I got to put that in my description that my channel is 18 and only, 18 and up. I mean, not 18, 18 and older. Yeah, I got to post that. No, it's all good, Danny. I know you're an extremely busy man. Are you still working? Weren't you working? I think last time I talked to you, you were working in Austria, weren't you? Or Germany? Adele, how are you? Thanks for stopping in, Adele. Germany, yeah, I thought you were working there. Welcome, Adele. No, these are wild turkeys. I just started feeding them about, I don't know, probably 20, 23 years ago, and first it was just 4 or 5 turkeys, and now I think I've had up to 50 birds at one time in my yard, and now there's I would say at least 8 different flocks, and I mean I definitely have helped increase it, their population, but they've always been here, and I absolutely love wild turkeys. I've never hunted them before, but I think I might give it a shot. But you can't shoot them in your yard. Thanks, big movie. Um, if you shoot them like on a feeding station, if you shoot them on a watering hole, thank you. That's mighty nice, Norma. Appreciate that. Yeah, she's an old lady, and I mean she's going in for I think a bypass or a stent. But this one she's only gonna get like 4 hours a day, so we're just we're eating the bill on this one. But hey, I've always any seems like every time I've done nice stuff for people, nice stuff always comes back, and And my wife just loves doing nice stuff for her clients. But yeah, the turkeys, they've been blooming since I showed up, and the quail too. We get dove, we get the mourning dove, and then those ringneck, for the ones that are the invasive species, which I don't mind them at all. They're a bigger dove, near as shy as a mourning dove, and they seem to reproduce a lot faster. Hmm, there's a gunshot. Hey, yeah, that's not no big deal. Try it again. There's a guy across the highway over there. He built a outdoor shooting range at his place. So it's not too bad. It's not like it's open to the public. He just goes out there and shoots himself, by himself and with friends. Doesn't shoot himself. Oh, cool. Yeah, we got the field right behind those trees. That's our community park, and I haven't seen them for a couple of years, but you see deer and elk out there quite often, especially in the spring. They'll come down here and calf because they know this is a safe space. But yeah, if you shoot turkeys in a roost tree, if you shoot them on a feeding station or a watering hole, they won't come back for like 7, 8 years. Because one of my neighbors asked me if he could shoot a turkey in my yard, and I told him no. And I told him, and I explained to him that's why. Well, he didn't think I knew what I was talking about, so he went ahead, and me and my wife went to town one day and came home. I noticed some turkey feathers in the yard. He tried to clean up the mess, but he didn't get them all. But those turkeys didn't come back for 8 years. Oh yeah, Arkansas. I bet you guys been having some weather there. I was actually born in Fort Smith. Sparks Memorial Hospital. We were actually looking at a place in Arkansas to get out of Washington State, but it's just too far away from all our family lives in northern Idaho and in eastern Washington. It's too far away. Yeah, and I'll bet you with that heat, you guys got some real high humidity too, don't you? All right. Glad to see you guys all connected. Man, I can't believe how much it's cooled down here. 2 days ago, it was in the mid 90s. Yesterday, it was in the high 80s. And today, it's like, I don't know, I think it's only about 71, 72. Going 20 and up. Yeah. I've been pretty lucky. I've only had um, just that one kid come in on my channel, and uh, and he was real polite and everything, but he was only 14 years old, and I told him at first, let your dad view the comment or view the content before you come back, and then and that was after I had already taken his wrench back, but so I'm kind of a little more hesitant now, but like all you guys, I was just talking with Norma this morning, and everybody else I know haven't have seen on other channels, so I don't have a problem wrenching them. But if I haven't seen them around at all, I I want to check them out, or you guys can the moderators, you guys can actually check their channel out and do some recon too. I think it is. Some people get pissed off at me for doing it, but I kind of like them. I'll tell you why. Those birds right there, they eat a lot of insects, especially ticks. And this is a bad year for ticks. And those big black carpenter ants that like to chew all your wood patio furniture up and chew away at the foundation of your house. They love those ants. So and they love termites. Hey, what's wrong with having something around that takes care of that? And another thing I do is I'll take that wild bird seed, and it looks like I have a yard there, but it's not. It's just clover and every kind of weed that Washington State can grow. And sometimes I'll just take that bird seed and go out there when that clover gets up about 4 to 6 inches high, and I throw that bird seed out there, and those turkeys come in there, and they'll take it all the way down to almost dirt. And then I don't have to mow it for the rest of the year. It's done. Hey, Trapper Born, how you doing? They are excellent, but these ones are wild. I just feed them. I'm going to hook you. I've seen you around a lot, so I'm going to rinse you right now. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I remember my grandmother. She, when I was a kid down in California, she raised turkeys, and I remember the first time I ate a turkey egg. I, me personally, I much rather have turkey eggs than chicken eggs. I think they just have a slightly different flavor, but it's just, I don't know, something I like about it. Yeah, chickens and turkeys are good birds to have around to raise. They definitely keep the insects down. Yeah, I would. I think you'll like them, Trapper Born. I mean, if I liked them when I was 10 years old, I liked them better than chicken eggs. That says something right there. Oh, look at somebody's getting all spun up here. What do we have? Some intruders from a different flock? Yes, we do. Look at the beard on that guy right there. The one that's got his back to us. Look at that beard on him. That's got to be a 10, 11 inch beard. Here he comes. Look at that beard. Yeah, that's an easy 10, 11 inches right there, man. That's a trophy. Oh, there he is. He's out front. Man, that thing's got a huge beard. I think he's probably got the longest beard of any bird I've seen so far, I think. standing behind the tree so I can't see him. Just like a smart buck. Man, I can't believe the length of that. Wyoming, I'll tell you what, I absolutely love Wyoming. I've worked there several different times in Cheyenne, Laramie, in that sawmill right there in Laramie. We put the dry kilns up. Oh, this has been probably 30, 35 years ago. And then we got another little job that only lasted about a week in Cheyenne, and they didn't want to rebook our rooms. We would have lost our rooms in Laramie, so we drove it every day from Laramie to Cheyenne, and we took that back road. I think they call it 9th Street. Man, you want to talk about a cool drive. And it's not like a 9th Street like you think in the city. This is a street that goes out through these, up over this little pass, and goes through all these different rock formations. And I mean, it is just really super cool. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to get the show going here. Hold on a second, guys. They're not even hungry because I threw seed out about an hour ago, a bunch. So these guys have just been gorging. Oh, the Wind River Reservation. Wow, that's got a lot of history, brother. I've read a lot about the early history of Wyoming and Texas, and basically the West. And that Wind River Reservation, man, you guys got some history there, brother. My hat's off to you. I've been lucky in my travels, work construction, and I've worked in Arizona, Nevada, California, Wyoming, Idaho, and that Southwest is pretty cool too. When I was working down in Cortez, Colorado, I got to go down to some of the to the ancient dwellings, and it was pretty cool. Now all the birds are gone. Well, there's only one thing left to do now. Hold on a second. I'll get the blue jays coming in. So what I did is just threw peanuts out for the Stellar Jays. So they should be rolling in here. Those birds are always watching. But I'm going to have to move this camera just a little bit. Yeah, I remember when we were working in Laramie one weekend. I don't know if they still do it or not. And I think it started at the old prison, and there was a train ride. It was called I think it was called the Snowy Route, and it went down into God, it went down into Colorado. I can't remember the town, the place in Colorado, and then it went back to Laramie, and it was basically about I don't know, it was probably a 5, 6 hour train ride. Oh, there's a blue jay right there. He's going for peanuts. No kidding. That old prison is, I mean, it's kind of cool looking, but man, oh, tell me about it, buddy. Laramie is unbelievable. We, first time, all us boys, there was about 5 of us, our crew, and we went back there from Washington State. None of us had ever been to Wyoming. First time for all of us. We get back there, the first couple days on the job, it was like 70 degrees, t-shirt weather. It was beautiful. Third day, come a blizzard. And we all had our Carhartts on because they said it was cold. And I mean, we had the high dollar black line stuff, and that wind went right through it. And one of the guys, the old timers there at the mill, the local, he said, you know what you do, boys? He said, you go down to this little thrift store, and he goes, you know those little clear rain suits that come in little tiny packets that you see old ladies carrying in their purse? Buy you one of those, put the pants on, put the coat on, the plastic, then put your Carhartts on. And by God, that did it. And those suits were only about, I think they were like $2.50, and it was pants and a shirt. But it only lasted about a week and a half, and then it started falling apart. So we were going down there and buying them constantly. Hey, Lucifer, what's going on, buddy? Long time no see, my friend. Yeah, I was watching the turkeys, and they all had got what they wanted to eat, and they all left. So I threw some peanuts out, trying to get the Stellar Jays to come in. But there was a couple, but here it comes. Yeah, I'll bet, man. You got a farm, you got stock to take care of, don't you? There they are. I don't know what they're looking for. They go around and check them peanuts. They pick them up and they shake them, and then you go grab another one. Wow. Oh, that's right. You guys have been getting stormed, ain't you? I forgot about that, Lucifer. Yeah, that Wyoming weather in eastern Montana is the same way. I was hoping more of them birds come in. Usually once they find out there's peanuts, there's usually at least a dozen of them. Here they come now. have no idea what that bird's looking for. A certain sound or something. You can check them all. Oh, that one had the magic sound. Yeah, it has. Yeah, I was talking to someone earlier, and they were saying that they're under heat advisories in Arkansas. Matthew and Mom, you guys ought to check her channel out. Oh man, that destroys vehicles. Okay, mommies. I know. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what they're listening for. Cause I've ate them, not raw peanuts, but roasted, and they all taste the same pretty much. And once in a while you get a nasty one, but for the most part, yeah, these birds are something else here. I might get back down here a little bit so you can kind of see a little more of them. There's more coming in now. Oh, I know what I'll do. We'll just cheat. They're kind of a cool looking bird, but man, you want to talk about obnoxious? And they make like 23 different sounds. Noises, I should say, not sounds. Yeah, I know. I feed them peanuts, and we get these oversized sunflower seeds that are like almost an inch long, and we feed those to the squirrels. Um, we lived up here for 23 years, and for the first 10 years we were up here, I never saw a gray squirrel. All we had was those little red squirrels, pine squirrels, and then all of a sudden, one gray squirrel showed up, and the next thing we know, there was two, and then a couple years later, boom, boom, and they're really super shy. But I got one on video yesterday, but I think I accidentally trashed it. But they're they're beautiful squirrels. But they look so much different, the gray squirrels here, than they do in California. Because in California, these squirrels here are kind of grayish brown. The ones in California are almost blue, and they're huge, way bigger than these ones. Yeah, I love feeding animals, man. I don't feed the deer or elk or nothing like that because it could be a death sentence for them. But I used to have in my front yard, I had a bunch of wild roses, and every fall the deer would come in and eat all the hips off of them. But man, they just started taking over, and I just said, all right, it's just so much of our yard that we couldn't even access because it was just covered in like a briar patch. So it took me about 4 years, but I got rid of them finally. Oh, I see a couple doves just came in too. I don't know, mourning doves or ringnecks, so I think it might be ringneck. Hey, Steven, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Yep. Roger that, Steven. Adele was in here earlier. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in that much. Man, a buddy of mine, this thing's only got 10 times zoom. He got one of those phones with 100 times zoom on it. Those things are amazing. Yeah, Louisiana's got some squirrels. I used to follow a couple channels, guys that were into shooting long rifles, those flintlock, like 32 and 30 small calibers, and that was a big deal down in the Carolinas and Louisiana, Mississippi. I mean, when squirrel season comes, it's a big deal. It's almost as big as hunting deer. Man, I don't know what's up with those blue jays. We actually had a pair of blue jays in our backyard. We have a chestnut tree, and it's not a very big tree. It's only about probably 12 feet tall, and I keep it trimmed down because, man, I don't like raking that shit up. Those are a messy tree. Well, she built a nest there, and her eggs hatched, and I mean the nest was probably about eye level for at me, you know. And anytime you'd ever get over by that tree, she'd start hissing at you and stuff. But I came home from work one day, and my wife says something happened to the blue jays, and I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "They're just out there going nuts." And I went out there and looked, and you could see where something came in and took all three of her babies, and I'm pretty sure it was a Cooper's hawk. That's cool. That's really cool, Lucifer. You know what, buddy? And I wouldn't let them hunt your property either. No way in hell, buddy. If I had property, nope. I mean, those people, they don't maintain it. They don't have no blood in that land. You pay the taxes on it. They have no business even asking unless they came up and offered, you know, money, and then I still wouldn't take it. But I mean, at least that would be the courteous thing to do, to offer money to hunt your property. But people that just come up and ask to just use your resources for free, it's just, to me, it's pretty ballsy, I think. I would never do it. There was a guy down here on the highway about a month ago. Um, I was in the gas station talking, and telling him that I was trying to, you know, find some crappie fishing or some bluegill fishing or sunfish on the river. And he happened to be an orchardist, and he has a little pond that has a culvert that connects to the river. And it's a pretty good sized little pond, you know. It's probably about, I don't know, probably about 75 yards long and about 50 yards across. And I was talking to the clerk there, and he overheard me, and he says, "Hey, man," if he goes, "you want to do some bluegill fishing?" He goes, "I got a pond on my property. It's right on the highway. If you stay on the highway side, you're more than free to come and fish it." And I go, "Well, I'll pay you if you know, let me come and fish it." He goes, "No," he goes, "as long as you just stay on the highway side." He goes, "I don't care. You can fish it." I thought that was pretty cool. Yep, half your kills too. Yep. Yep, that's the thing, you know, up there in where I'm from, up in the northeastern corner. That's how it is, you know. And like, if you get one in a tough spot and you gotta call someone to come help you drag that animal out, guess what? Half that animal's there, in my opinion. Oh, they shot one of your cows. Oh man. Good Lord. Yeah, I don't blame you. It wouldn't be no amount of money on the earth for a stranger to come in and hunt my property if that happened to me, brother. Hmm. That's something else, man. And you know, those idiots don't realize shooting a cow, if you had to put that cow down, you just didn't lose a cow. You lost a few generations of cow. You lost milk. You lost, you know, the cream, the butter. I mean, yep. I don't blame them a bit, Trapper Born. That's a fact. I mean, it's just, I don't even know how you could shoot, accidentally shoot anything other than what you're hunting for. You know, and that's one thing about I shoot black powder and I shoot traditional. I don't shoot a one of these modern ones, which I ain't got no problem. Maybe it does, but you know, I'm old. I got to get close for my visions. I still hunt, and I usually got to get within. I like to get within 30, 40 yards, and it's a positive identification. You know, and I also have to make sure they have 3 points because around here is 3 point or better. So there's just no excuse for, you know, I can see accidentally shooting a 2 point, but as far as shooting a totally different species, it's unacceptable. Okay, gotcha, Lucifer. Yeah, isn't that something? That's exactly right. That's just like around here, you know, a lot of the roads are closed down. That used to be good hunting roads. You could drive up into areas and then go for walks on old closed roads. But people riding dirt bikes and four wheelers, and you know, high banking, doing berm shots on the road, and you know, causing erosion and just messing things up. They shut the roads down. They just gate them. Yeah, I hear you, Steven. I've been eating tags for the last 8 years, buddy. I And in Washington State, they just raised all of our hunting license, fishing license, tags, everything by 38%. So next year when I fish, it's probably going to cost me, it'll cost me for a hunting license, or excuse me, fishing license and a parking permit. It's going to cost me over $100. Yeah, I tried archery 1 year too, and it's just, I don't know. It's so early. It's so dry here. If you're not sitting in a stand, you ain't gonna see a deer. You'll hear them running through the brush. Yeah. So this year, if I do anything, I might buy a hunting license, and all I'm gonna do is bird hunt, just grouse hunt. That's it, and squirrel. I don't tell anybody here in Washington though that I hunt squirrels and eat them because they just freak out, man. I'm from down south, man. We eat anything. If it's not slow enough to get away, it's dinner. I think Lucifer knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what they're trying to do, Lucifer. They're trying to make it a rich man's sport, and they've been doing it in this state for ever since we moved here in 1976. I would absolutely prosecute, buddy. I think so, Stephen. I like them. And like if I'm, when I used to go up and camp and deer hunt, I don't do it no more because I got this vertigo thing going on now, and I don't trust myself. If I was up in the woods and took a fall, and I'm by myself, and I'm, where I was going up hunting, I would take my four wheeler and unload it and drive 8 miles up behind a gate and camp for a week. And can't, yeah, yeah. And so when I was up there camping, I always had a shotgun with me, usually a 22 or it's a 44 caliber single shot black powder, and I would take a couple grouse, take a couple squirrels for some camp meat, and it was awesome, fresh meat. No, you got to leave the talkers and shoot one of his buddies and let one of them go so he can go back and tell the rest of them so they won't come back. Man, they just got awfully quiet out here. Hoping maybe a squirrel would come in there and try to snag some of them peanuts. Oh, here comes a helicopter. I didn't think about that. I should have took you guys to the top of the mountain. Yeah, I've had buddies of mine when I was a kid that always went out and raised hell, and would raid these great vineyards. And the way my folks taught me, they were always saying, "Hey, let's go do this," and raise hell, get in trouble. I was like, man, my dad will beat my ass till blood runs down my ankles. I'm gonna pass on that. And they always got in trouble. One time they went and raided this guy's great vineyard, and he shot him in the ass with rock salt. I don't know where the hell that helicopter is, but we've been having some fires, so. Lucifer, you grow a garden, don't you? Man, I don't know what's going on with my garden, but my tomato plants, right on the bottom of them, they just start like rotting on the ends of them. They start turning black. And man, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna have to look it up, Google it. It's got to be some kind of a either a mineral deficiency. 12-acre garden. Blackleg. What's up, Matt? Is that what it's called? Because I mean, the plants are just, it looks like a jungle out there, man, but it's just all the ends are rotting out. Google it, and there's probably a few different things that can cause it, isn't there? There usually is. usually fungal. Calcium deficiency. Yeah, I put some good soil in there. Put a bunch of mushroom compost in there. But and this year the plants look healthier than ever. My squash plants are just absolutely going ballistic. I've already got a couple squash. But those tomatoes, man. So do the eggshells have to be cooked first, or can they be raw, Lucifer? Do you have to bake them in the oven first? Yeah, and you know that the heat out there in the garden, every time that garden's droopy, the tomato plants are droopy, the wife goes out and turns sprinkler on, and the soil's already wet. So it might be a little bit of overwatering also. Oh, I know who this is. You guys all need to sub up to Matt's Aquarium. This isn't a particular... Matt, are you by any chance from Scotland? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put my watering schedule on the same as my neighbor's. His plants don't look near as nice as mine. Throw them in there, crush really. Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah, you guys definitely need to sub up to Matt's Aquarium. I'm gonna let him tell you if he wants to tell you who he is. Once you go to his channel, you'll know exactly who he is. A lot of you guys already know him. Well, I was right. I think I will bake them because I know it takes them there quicker, and I do know that I've noticed when they're raw, they kind of got a kind of an ammonia smells. You guys all know Maddie. He catches the biggest trout more consistently than anybody I know. If you guys want to watch some big fish on a fly rod. Okay. Okay, and so that's where I'll bet you then to some of the brown yellow leaves I'm seeing is probably burning them, because when they're wilty, she'll go out and turn it on right in the heat of the day. All right. I'm gonna cut the watering back big time. I might want to do it a little slowly though. You know, yeah, I think I'm gonna let it dry out. And you know, you're right, Maddie. You look at all the automatic sprinkler systems, and it's all either when it's getting dark or during the night or early in the morning. Okay. Ain't gonna hurt them. And the reason I've been putting a garden in here for years, but I've never had a garden like this. I never used the soil I used this year, the compost, mushroom compost, and then I bought this potting soil. I took some of the old soil out of the raised beds because it's about 5 years old, and I just restocked it with some really nice stuff. And the plants are really, really okay. The plants are really, you can really tell they're. In fact, since there's no birds, let's just take a walk to the garden, and I'll show you guys. But it's a tarp. It's not a tarp. It lets. It's a sunscreen. It lets sunlight through. But I put that up during the heat of the day. Oh, here, let's zoom back down though. Yes, they're not that big. But yeah, so here's these tomato plants. They're almost as tall as me, but they're in a raised bed. But yeah, so check it out here. If I can get this guy right here. There's a bunch of them doing that. But like the soil, see, it's still wet. So, whoops, it's like really moist. These pepper plants are just, they're going crazy. Those jalapenos I planted a month after I planted these ones. I don't know, it's the exact same soil. They're all side by side. But for some reason, these ones are, those two there, that are the late bloomers, they're going nuts. Couple more jalapenos. Yeah, see this soil. Yeah, they got to dry out, man. Oh, blue jay's been digging in my onion patch again. I don't know what. Oh, they're probably getting bugs. I guess I shouldn't complain. I got a serrano there. Got another tomato plant here. Got the cherry tomatoes there. There's one of the zucchinis, and I've already got a couple, and there's another little squash going there. I screwed up. I should have never planted that tomato plant in the middle of these squash though, because these squash plants underneath are super abrasive, and with the wind blowing, it's just tearing that tomato plant up. But it's too late now. And there's this guy. Once these zucchini start producing, I mean, you're gonna get a squash every other day. So I might just trim that one behind that tomato plant way back, because personally I'd rather have the tomatoes, because we can a lot of tomatoes. But I think that's the deal. It's just too much water. Let's see, what am I missing? Get caught up on chat here, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna let it dry way out. And you know what? Next year, I think I'm going to add some sand in it. Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay. Thanks for stopping in today, buddy. All you guys are a mecca of knowledge. That's awesome, man. You guys answered a lot of questions for me. Appreciate it, man. I wish I had some birds here to show you guys. Let's go over and take a look at my garden, or my neighbor's garden, because I water it for them. And I'm just going to put mine on the same schedule as his. Because, I mean, his plants aren't as big as mine, but he's right in the soil. But I mean, look at his raspberry patch. But see, yeah, his soil's, he's a lot drier than I am. And with those raised beds, like you said, and the compost and everything, it's really retaining water. Oh, look at the turkeys there, right there in his orchard. He's got about 5 or 6 trees right there. Yeah, I'm gonna add some sand. Black bottom isn't just a root. Keeps on the stem. So, wow. You know, these guys just crawled out of the woodwork. I don't know if I understand you there, brother. It stays on the stem. So do I need to eliminate the stem? Wow, these guys are just really showing up. Vinegar and water. Aha. You know, I never even thought about asking the fly fisherman about growing tomatoes. Somebody woke up from her nap. What you doing, sissy? Huh? What you doing, Tete? They were up there laying in the backyard in the sun. Well, it kind of does look like a fungus thing, too. I mean, the vinegar and water, it won't hurt them. And then, like putting the eggshells in there, that's not going to hurt them either. But I think one of the biggest things is it's probably a fungus due to overwatering. Okay, then that's what I'll do. And I know it's inconsistent watering has a major factor because that ground is just, it's, yeah, that ground is just wet right now. So yeah, I'm gonna let that sucker dry out. And the season's still pretty early, so I should still get a lot of good fruit. I appreciate you guys stopping in with your knowledge, though. That's awesome. Oh, now the birds are back too. Cool. Look at, there's Longbeard, front and center. Tomato feed? Okay. Right on. I think I'll be running to town tomorrow then and picking some up. Yeah, you just hire a crop duster, Lucifer. 2 acres of tomatoes. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look those words up, Matt. Maddie. Also, you know, I've seen a lot of guys around here will go down and catch in the river, catch those northern pike minnows, and they chop them up and they put them in their gardens right in at the beginning of the year. Yeah, they'll catch a whole bunch of those northern pike minnows, and then they'll freeze them, and then the following year, spring, they take them out and I don't know how they chop them when they're still frozen. I think they just pulverize them. Yeah, when we lived in East Wenatchee, we had a really nice compost setup. Oh. Well, it's good. These turkeys are not swallowing them. Awesome. Because I've seen them in here before and they just swallow them whole. This guy knows to break the shells open. Yeah, we had a really nice, it was a covered compost pit, and it had cinder block walls, probably about 5 feet high, and it was all on a pad, concrete pad that was probably 10 foot by, I would say 14 foot. And so you could roll it from one side to the other and, put your newer stuff at one side and work it across. Yep. Yeah, that's how a lot of people do it around here. There he goes. He's figuring it out. How to get the nut out. I'm glad he's just not swallowing them whole. Come on, buddy. You got to hit it with your beak to break it. Nope, he just swallowed it whole. No, spit it back out. His buddy's waiting for him to knock the nut out. He's going to grab it from him. I think that's what he just did. Yeah, that's how they do it around here. And I think I might start doing it, but my wife's got behind me here is a whole gallon of fish emulsion. I kind of want to use it up first. Well, I had no idea that you had a degree in horticulture, brother. Man, you're using words. It's like, what is that, Latinum? I was thinking about something we have abundance of with these guys is big black gooey puddles of turkey crap. And if you step in it, man, it's worse than stepping in dog poop. But I was thinking about if I could find me, just get a barrel of, like a 5-gallon bucket, and put a bunch of that manure in there and then take the stuff out of the kitchen, and have a lid on it, and just do, like, I could have 3 or 4 or 5 gallon buckets going in at a time with compost going in it. No, he ain't. He knows a lot of shit, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that bird, he's only about, he's probably, I'd say 20 feet away. Hey, Corey, how's it going? I'm dying me now. Yeah, when I was in the trades, we started doing that. I think it's called thermocore pipe. It's sometimes it's green, sometimes it's black and blue, but and it was all heat welded. Exactly, it's like tar, bud. Yeah, I don't think that'd be too good. It'd probably be way too hot. I have those same certifications, and I have them in oh D11 and D141. I've welded boiler pressure vessels, not the actual vessel. The actual vessel, that's Boilermakers, but the first flange off the boilers. But I have done water jacket repairs, that kind of stuff. Oh, really? Well, you know what? I was thinking I got this huge, big. I'm gonna go get it and show you. Tell me what you think about this, Lucifer. We'll just take, or here, we'll just take a walk over here. This will be better, because I don't really want to plant in this thing. It's too big. But a guy gave it to me, because I was gonna plant weed in it, but it's just too big. But I was thinking if I cut a piece of plywood, I mean, that's a good sized tub. I don't know how many gallons that is, but it's like 2 feet tall, 24 inches tall, and 36 inches in diameter. I was thinking about composting in that, but the only thing is it's got holes in it. He drilled holes in it for drainage. For an oil company. I worked in refineries, but I was a boiler maker. I didn't do any welding at all. All I did was heat exchangers in overhauls and turnarounds. I walked over there, and turkeys are all this still here. Didn't even bother them guys. Oh, cool. I didn't think that about that too. with these raised beds. I should probably be considering it. Gotcha. Yeah, I had a lot of them too, man. In the, in the pipe fitters union, we had to certify on everything. You just didn't. It was no. Oh, that guy's a good welder. I know him. No, every job there was a gate test. Every job, you had to test. Plus, you had to keep your certifications current through the haul. But man, I'm so glad to be retired and not have to deal with all that shit anymore. Because it was a pain in the ass, man. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing compost in that sucker then. Absolutely. And that's like I've got a few deciduous trees on my property. I could take those leaves and put those in there, and then all the stuff out of the kitchen. You know what? I should probably start doing that with my garden too. But like the pots, if I dump the dirt and put fresh dirt in it every year, that won't matter. But the raised beds, I'm going to start rotating them, I think. Hey, TJ, how's it going? Good to see you. We're just sitting here watching the turkeys eating peanuts. Or trying to. Only a couple of them are smart enough to figure out to break the shell. I'm excellent. Just relaxing. The wife just headed out at about 9:30 or so. She's taking one of her clients over to Seattle. She won't be back till Tuesday. Our client has surgery tomorrow morning. Is having I think she's having a stent done. I already have another brand new raised bed, and I was just going to stuff it full too. And what I think I'll do is when I put it in, I'll start rotating them out, the raised beds, and just cover them with tarp and let them sit for a year. I was waiting for that. I didn't want to ruin it for you, Matt. Matty. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and then I'm gonna try it next year and just go ahead and do them all again and see what if I start seeing them. Stuff. Yeah. If I start seeing it looks like high platforms. Okay, gotcha. I think this is Maddie's new aquarium channel. Oh, there's the blue jay. He's in there trying to get some peanuts too. He just went in there and grabbed them. We better get over here so we can see him too. Those are funny little birds. The turkeys will run them off though. The turkeys don't like anybody around them. Okay. Put the camera on, the blue jays are like, no. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what I noticed that, I use outdoor potting soil, and then I put, usually just steer manure in them. What is it called? Sanitized steer manure. But this year I went with the mushroom compost, and when I was mixing it in, I noticed that no, that's actually a sprinkler. And man, that thing, you want to talk about jam? I only have to move that thing like 3 times, and it'll do this whole front yard. Hey, Raspberry. Yeah, it does. It's sitting there kind of at an angle. All the sprinklers, though, there's like 2 or 3 more small ones right there on the ground. Good to see you, Raspberry. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah, there's the guy with the big long beard. Let's go check him out. Oh, now he's standing so he can't see it. Yeah, that's every bit of a 10, 11-inch beard on that bird. I think I zoomed in a little too far. Yeah, look at that beard. Ain't that a nice tom, man? I've never hunted turkey here in Washington. I don't know what the minimum beard length is, but I know he's a legal bird. Yep, chickens return. Live can't catch no fish. We might as well sit and watch turkeys. They're they're a wild turkey here in Washington State. On the east side of the state, man, these things are thick. They've just really here in the last I'd say the last 25 years, they've just exploded. Yep, and he pretty much runs the show out of all these other toms. He's definitely the dominant bird. Alrighty, TJ. Man, it's a beautiful bird. Another spotter plane. I think right on the other side of this mountain, in front of me, I think several miles, not right on the other side, but I'm pretty sure there's a fire going over there. And it looks like the smoke is kind of heading the direction that plane's coming from. So that's what they're probably doing, is making sure that ambers aren't giving them any spot fires. Hey, Lucy. How's it going? That was the Stellar J right there. I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera because I think they're going to be coming in on these close peanuts, and I think they got all the other ones. Yeah, they are. They've got the black head, and then as it goes back, they turn blue. They're just a stunning looking bird, and then they have these blue eyebrows on their black heads. Just really pretty birds. And then of course, you notice the big pointed head like Woody the Woodpecker. They'll be back. They are excellent for the environment. Like I said, man, they are bug-eating fools. Yeah, these blue jays are real shy. Hear them talking. Pretty cool, ain't it? Oh, he swallowed that one. I know, they're cool, aren't they, Raspberry? That is so cool. I don't know what the hell those birds are looking for. They pick them nuts up, those peanuts up, and shake them till they find the right sound, and then off they go. And it's funny, I find peanuts in my rock walls. I'll find them in just stashes everywhere. Well, that's all the fish that I've been eating here, all store bought. If anybody depended on my fish skills to live on, they'd starve to death. Sounds good though. Sounds really good, TJ. Yeah, I made a big pot of jambalaya last night. Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah, that's one thing you don't see too much down south, is it, Lucifer? Is trout. Probably don't see much salmon either, do you? Awesome, Maddie. Tell Chloe I said hi. Grumpy Sapper, how's it going, buddy? Let's get you hooked up here so you can connect with people. Yeah, I can't. I don't like farm raised salmon either. No way. Hey, photos. I didn't even see you. Sorry about that. Over here so you guys can see the Turks. Thank you guys all for stopping in today. Photos, you're an American, aren't you? Yeah, everywhere else in the world they call it football. We're the only ones that call it soccer. Yeah, exactly. You guys got stuff that we'll never see in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, I remember, I think it was Louisiana. We went, we were going through, we went through Dritter, and then we were still on the Louisiana side, and it's just before we headed back down to Texas. So we were only like 20 miles from the coast, I think. We drove all the way down through Louisiana, and we this guy, his name was, I can't remember what his, I know his first name was Ron, but anyway, he goes, I want to show you something. Takes me into a butcher shop. And oh man, they had giant snapping turtles. I mean, everything that lived down there was for sale in that butcher shop. That's, you know, I heard that snakehead is really good eating. Hey, you too, photos. Thanks for stopping by. I guess some blue jays. Here comes one. If I probably quit talking, they might come in. Yeah, I'd like to try it once. You know, that's one thing I liked about shark meat is it was the one I had anyway. It was a fresh shark. It had only been out of the water for about 2 hours, and the guy, maybe only an hour, the guy gave it to me. Oh, my dogs love fish, but that shark meat I had, it wasn't fishy, and it was real nice and firm, and it was flaky. I mean, after my wife couldn't at the time, you know, we were real young. I was probably 21 years old, and I didn't know how to make a batter. And you know, they didn't have the internet. My wife, she wasn't, you know, a real good cook. But I wish we would have deep fried a bunch of it. Maddie's back. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Is that right, Shane? How you doing, Shane? Welcome. Oh, I'll bet it makes excellent fish tacos. Oh, Lady O, how's it going? Well, welcome in, Shane. Why is that, Carl? Yeah, I don't like to talk politics, but I thought it was pretty funny that somebody threw their phone at Trump. I thought that was pretty funny. Oh man, that sounds good, brother. That sounds good. Yeah, the gumbo I made last night was shrimp gumbo, and I didn't have that sausage you guys got down south that starts with the A, anadult or something like that. I didn't have any of that. All I had was some linguiça Portuguese sausage, so I used it. And you know, I didn't do it traditional. We had we had couple fresh zucchini, so I threw some zucchini in it, and you know, it's not traditional jambalaya, but it's pretty damn good, man. And you know, you just make a bowl of soup basically and put you a spoonful of rice in with it. And, oh my goodness, it was good, buddy. In fact, after reading your comment, though, man, I'm thinking about maybe trying to make some type of taco or something. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll bet those are those snakeheads pretty easy to catch. Yep, that's the sausage. We got two butcher shops over in Cle Elum. When I go over there and fish that river, I always go to Cle Elum to have me a cheeseburger. I might have to stop in. Both them butcher shops have been there for over 60 years, and they might have that sausage. Oh, I'm sorry, Carl. I missed your comment. No, those are North American wild turkeys. I know they don't look very wild, do they? But I've been feeding them for about 20, 23 years, 22 years. Oh, okay. Okay, so that the leftover thing, we call that rainbow stew. Well, then that's the only thing that keeps the prices down on these two butcher shops. These butcher shops are like state renowned. I mean, they compete making the jerkies and the pepperonis and the beef sticks and I mean their sausages and just their cuts of meat. They are extremely competitive. And I just found out that there's another butcher shop, and it's in between Cle Elum and Roslyn, and it's down on this little river. And this place has been there longer than any of this place has been there for 75 years. And a buddy of mine went in there, and he said this place, as soon as he walked through the door, it reminded him of a film set off of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, I'm gonna get some and try it. But this butcher shop, he said that the flies were buzzing around, the concrete floor was all buckled and broken in it, and the guy came out of the back, and he had his butcher's apron on, and he said it just looked like he'd been rolling in, you know, the overs of a cow. He said it was just like, he said he bought like a half a pound of bologna and walked out. No, I'm not gonna go there. I know, but I don't know, it could be dangerous, but I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I could go in there with the camera with my phone and film it, do a video and talk to the guy and stuff, and buy like a half a pound of rotten meat and walk out. I know. What if the guy got mad at me filming? then, then my head's laying there next to a goat's head and a pig's head. No, it's not. Definitely not. All the birds they're chilling now. Nappy time. These guys will hang out in my yard all day long. They come in the morning. Oh no. I'm sorry, old lady. Oh. Oh man, I'm sorry, old lady. Oh. We do on Christmas. We do a prime rib every year. That's me and the wife's tradition. But every Thanksgiving, and I know you guys don't celebrate it in Europe, but we do turkey then, and we do it totally traditional. I mean, me and the wife, it's just so awesome. We make our own stuffing, and yes, we stuff the bird. We always have, and we never ever got sick once. Yeah, no kidding. That's a good one, Lucifer. Well, it's a tragedy what the what happened to the Native Americans, the indigenous people of North America. I mean, it's a genocide, and I don't know if they should rename it or it's a bummer deal, but I we celebrate Thanksgiving as all the family getting together. It's kind of like a little mini family reunion type deal. Um, I every time I go out up to the Pashassin Pinnacles, um, every time I have a few small artifacts, Native American artifacts, but the Pinnacles has just got so much of the Salish culture embedded in it. I spend a lot of time up there, and so I celebrate the indigenous people of this continent in a different way. And I mean, I really appreciate their art and everything that their cultures. It's just the way they were in such harmony. And then the white man came. You can't sub anymore. Let me check and see if I have you. You're a standard moderator, bro. Here, you want me to take your wrench and then give it back to you, Maddie? Yeah, I'll bet. And I'm not celebrating the pilgrims either. I don't even think about them at all. Oh, here comes the Blue Jay back. Exactly. Well spoken, Lucifer. Is it your channel or what's going on, Maddie? Do you, do you think I should pull your wrench and then give it back to you and see if that changes it? Wow. Yeah, that's something I don't know much about is that history there, but I'm gonna have to do some reading on it. Just pull and time him out. So, okay. I know. So, so let me ask you, Lucifer, do you live do you live down like on the toward the coast, or do you live anywhere near Dritter? I'm not going to mess with TJ. I'm going to tell you that right now, Maddie. She's a force to be reckoned with. You're not a stranger, Carl. I think we all know who you are, brother. Oh, I'm going to let my dog out. I think she locked herself in. Okay, I'm back, guys. I had to get me a root beer. Okay, Raspberry, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate all you guys stopping in. Hey, Lucy. Lucy's still here. Take care, Carl. Okay, I was just curious. Oh, Baton Rouge, okay. You can't. All right. Wow. Whoop. Man, that's a lot of land, brother. So today we're sampling this Bulldog root beer, and those aren't even Bulldogs. They look like pits to me. Wow, me. Oh ho ho, and this is what I really like right here. Cane sugar. Yeah, that sounds like a massive cattle farm, man. Well, that swamp just has an abundance of food too, doesn't it? That root beer is pretty damn good. I gotta say. In fact, I got about 4 more bottles of that, and tonight I might just have. I also have a half gallon of vanilla ice cream. I might have to have a root beer float tonight after dinner. Mm-hmm. I agree. It's pretty heavy, but it's good root beer. If any of you guys are interested, there is the website. I'm all stretched out. I'm not shaking. Oh, I'll bet there is in them swamps. And I'll bet just about anywhere in the swamps you could throw out a crawdad trap and catch crayfish, huh? That's what I need to do. I keep forgetting to take my damn traps with me, my pots. I got 2 of them, but these little lakes I've been going to and stuff, I've seen there's crayfish shells all over the place. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab one. So I got a couple of them here. I'll turn the camera. Yeah. Still there building fly leaders. You know what? That's something I gotta do too. I've only got about 4 left. But oh, here, let's turn the camera. Whoop. Darn it. Yeah. So here's the traps, and the way they go is that goes here. Okay. There's how they go. What the heck? These the same? Oh, I think I got the wrong sides here. Are they all the same? Oh, that's how they go. That was the right one, I think. Yeah. Is that right? Yep. Oh, that's right. I remember now. So this goes up here like that. Right. I can't remember how these things go now. Cattail roots, really? Man, I can't figure out how the hell these traps go together now. I thought these were supposed to line up. Oh, these are, okay. The big hole. There we go. Okay. And then it's got the snap where your line hooks up right there. And here's how the pot is. So you got kind of a funnel there and a small hole. Same thing here. And you'll notice it's yeah, these are real small pots probably compared to what you guys would use down in Louisiana, but and super small mesh on it. The crayfish here I think are probably a little smaller than the ones you guys got down south. But yeah, these things were like 12 bucks a piece. And what I like about them, you know, is like I can break them down and get. They don't take up a lot of room in my car or my boat. They're plastic coated. They're pretty nice, actually. I've only used them once. Yeah. Hi, Lucy. How are you today, Lucy? I hope you're having a good day. Oh yeah, yeah. I clean them, bro. I put them in. I got an ice chest, and I just put the hose in it, and I got a real small hole drilled in it about 3 inches from the top, like an overflow, and then I just run. Hey, John, what's going on, brother? And I just run the hose in there and put cornmeal in there, and I usually let them go for a minimum of 24 hours. But yeah, I flush them. I do the same with catfish if I ever catch one. But yeah, anytime when I was a kid in California and we always caught cats, my grandpa, he had a big old horse trough, and we'd put them in there for about 3 days. Good to see you, Johnny. Oh, really? Small potatoes, huh? Yeah, it was amazing when my grandpa would do those catfish. It just looked like sand in the bottom of the trough. Yeah, those rivers down there in California, a lot of them down in the Central Valley are pretty muddy. Oh, here they come. That's another one of the sounds they make. You know, we got cattails right here. We got a little swamp right down by our pond, and there's all kinds of cattails. What time of year do you cut them? Yep, that's a fact. And with catfish, man, it's a must. You gotta flush those fish, man. And I feel the same way about crawdads too. You know, down there in California in that Central Valley, our crayfish here, they're a little bit smaller than the ones you guys have down in Louisiana. But down in California in those rivers, those things, I've seen them 10 inches long. Yeah, what's time of year you supposed to, you can harvest them year round, huh? And you got to just kind of get down there with the shovel and kind of get the whole root or the whole bulb. Because I'll go down and try that. No, the turkeys have moved off. Huh. I'm gonna have to try that, man. That sounds good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never tried to pull one. I didn't know how deep their um, roots went in to the ground, but it's probably a muddy bottom over there anyway. That's another one of their sounds. Oh, okay. That sounds good, man. He swallowed that one. I'll be damned, huh? Here in Washington State, in some areas, not in my area, but they have they have watercress that grows on the creeks, and then up in the northeastern corner where I used to live, I used to hunt on the river. I had a pit blind dug. I used to hunt duck down on the river, and one day I was down there hunting duck, and the wind wasn't blowing the normal direction. It was blowing exactly opposite, and I smell onions. I'm like, why do I smell onions out here? And so when I was done hunting, I started walking toward the tree line, and just before I got to the tree line, I stopped, I looked around, and I noticed all these onion stalks that were probably 3 feet or better tall, and they were all going to bloom. But it was it was a huge patch of wild onions. And what it probably was an old homestead. That's one thing I'm gonna have to do with you guys is take you up on some old homesteads. Hopefully I got service. If not, it'll just be a video. But I was thinking, I think right now, I'm gonna latch this gate because the dog can open it. And I'll take you guys for a walk over here and show you our public pond and such. I gotta watch out for turkey poop, man. It's everywhere. Yeah, I mean, it's nasty. You step in that, it's worse than stepping in dog poop. It's like stepping in pudding. I don't like walking through that weed patch. You have a trail through here. So that right there is that's called an elderberry bush. And I've always been told they were called Saskatoon berries. But you can actually, they're kind of a sour berry, but they make good wine. And they're not ripe yet, but they'll get real big and turn real purple. And this bush is just loaded. Sorry guys, I didn't think about that. I got too far away from my Wi-Fi. I forgot that the park and all that, that's all a dead area. Yes, elderberry wine is lovely, isn't it? I'm getting caught up on chat now. Yeah, I didn't make elderberry wine. I made what we call an elderberry bounce. And what you do is you take a gallon jar of those elderberries, pour you, excuse me, as much as a half gallon of 90 proof vodka in it, and then put a half cup of sugar in it, put a towel over it, and let it set for 28 days and stir it once a day. And it's pretty tasty. Yeah, I had to beeline it back here. Oh yeah, dandelion. I'll tell you what, I don't know what those berries were, but they were real sweet and they almost tasted like a cherry, but the aftertaste was kind of different. But they had a big pit in them too. Oh, that sounds awesome, Lucifer. Yeah, you can, down south, you could, if you knew what you were doing, you could live off the land down there. You could do it up here in Washington State, but it would be tough. You know, a lot of people don't think about it. You know, those old mountain men, that you can't just live on meat, just go out and shoot deer and elk and bear and just live on that. You have to eat the gut sack. Well, you know what? Let me ask you this, Lucifer. Does the bark on them, does it look kind of like a beechwood or like a type of red birch? Yeah, but those mountain men, they had to have some kind of greens, or you know, I never thought about that. So they had dried greens, probably lots of dried berries, stuff like that, and dandelions is probably one of the things they dried. But they had to have greens. Okay, those might be. Oh yeah, we have. As a matter of fact, I didn't know we had mulberries here in Washington State, and when I went down fishing, oh, it's been about 5-6 weeks ago now, when I went down to Confluence Park, I found mulberry trees. Oh, let me show you guys this. This is kind of cool. This just occurred. This just occurred this year. There's my boy. What are you doing, dummy? Is that? Bring back down to zoom. There we go. What you doing, boy? Huh? I'll take you guys back here, and yeah, the dogs tore one of their beds. Yeah, this just showed up this year. livestock's got the backyard freaking destroyed. Oh, they're all dried up now. But, oh, there they are. These are black caps, but yeah, they're all dried up. But yeah, this bush just, oh, there's a good one right there. Just appeared this year. Oh yeah. There's a new cane. A long one too, holy cow. Real long. But I'm gonna let them go. Because black caps make good jelly. And, you know, fresh berry on your oatmeal, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm kind of got a mess going on back here right now. Cleaning and getting a bunch of stuff to have a big yard sale. Yeah, I got, I just spooked the blue jays that were in the bird bath. There's still a bunch of peanuts there. I don't know why they're not going for them. Okay, TJ. Man, you guys got a lot of berries and stuff growing there, don't you? We've got, you know, we've got blackberries. We've got those black caps that I just showed you. We also have huckleberries, which I really like them. And then we got those red things that I just seen today. We got the elderberries, and then we also have currant. And currant berries are really good. I mean, they are super sweet. I really like them. Oops. That's awesome, Lucifer. Yeah, when I was down in California, when my grandfather was alive, he was from Oklahoma, and he lived through and my grandmother, she was from Fort Smith, and then, you know, they both lived through the Depression. They were kids. Oh, I knew what you meant, bud. But you know, my grandpa, it's funny, he had a bunch of poke salad seeds, and he planted it all along the Tuolumne and Stanislaus River there, down around Modesto, mostly around the Tuolumne River because it's so close to his house. And it was growing 6 foot high, and people didn't even know what it was. And we'd go down and cut it all the time. And we would take along the river. They always brought this barge in with this big cutter on it. They would to cut all the vegetation away from the sides. This is back in the '60s. They don't do that kind of stuff no more. But so it would just destroy the cat or the bluegill and crappie fishing. So we would go cut these poles and take them in his boat, and we would drive these poles in about 8 feet offshore. We'd drive these poles in to where about 6 inches of the top was sticking out of it, and then we'd take tumbleweeds and take about 3 tumbleweeds and slide tumbleweeds down on those poles, and you come back to that what you'd done there a week later, and those bluegill and crappie would just be infested in that. And I mean, we do those up and down the rivers, and So we weren't just like fishing and going to trying a new spot. We just go up to where we had those stakes sticking out of the water and just cast on them, and we did real well. Pokeweed. Well, this well, it's probably the same thing as poke salad. It's kind of like a wild spinach or kind of like a wild collard green. I know you got to pull that stem on the leaves on those on that poke salad. If you don't, just like you do a collard green, or it'll be real bitter. What time is it getting to be? 12:54. I hope I'm not walking on anybody's live streams. Oh, okay. Wow. There we go. I should have filled that bird bath. I think they're wanting to bathe. Looks like all the bird action's gone now. Well, guys, it's been 2.5 hours, and I think I'm going to bring this thing down. I really appreciate all you guys showing up today. I'll give you guys all a minute to say goodbye. Thank you all for stopping in. All right, you guys. Everybody have a wonderful day. And thanks everyone for coming in. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you, old lady. Oh, thanks for showing up. Appreciate you. Looks like the birds must have finally got full, and they all said, okay, we're out. You too, Lucifer. Hey, man, thanks for sharing your knowledge, brother. I appreciate it. It's all good, man. I appreciate your knowledge, man. You and Maddie both. Thank you, guys. All right, so everybody take care, and you guys have a good one. Later.